I started to know about you when I got to know that I'm going to do a podcast today. And when I searched about you, I have got to know a new term, that is AdTech, advertisement tech. So what is AdTech, sir?
So in fact, there are multiple divisions. I am part of Jio Platforms Limited.
Yeah, okay.
Nowhere linked to telecom.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Jio Platforms Limited, in fact, develops a lot of digital platforms.
We spoke about CVs, we spoke about resumes, and you have seen many students who come to the interviews. What common mistake do you see among the students? Yeah.
So, if you have answered a question, or let's say there is a programming question,
Yes.
if you found an answer, you're done. It's an assumption. No. How did you go about it? What thought process did you put behind it?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you didn't find the final answer, then what did you do?
Yes, sir.
To see whether you put effort towards it. All of these are the observation points that is usually
Yes, sir.
kept in mind, even by a technical interview, not just that.
Namaskaram, namaste. Welcome back to Podcast Club. Today we have a very wonderful podcast ready for you, and we have a very wonderful guest, Vishwanadh sir from Jio. He is the Vice President AdTech at Reliance Jio. Welcoming you, sir.
Thank you.
So today we are gonna discuss about different things like AdTech, IoT, and how people have to be part of the interviews and what they have to do in the interviews also, and about the resumes and CVs, etc. All these things we are going to discuss it today. So we have a few set of questions. I'm going to ask you a set of questions. Depending on that, let's go with the conversation.
Sure.
So moving on, actually when I started to know about you, when I got to know that I'm going to do a podcast today, and when I searched about you, I have got to know a new term, that is AdTech, advertisement tech. So what is AdTech, sir?
It's the tech that enables an advertisement on any digital platform. So, a lot goes behind it. A lot of players are involved, right from the brand that wants to advertise
Yes.
to exactly how the brands can reach to the end users.
Okay.
So, that's pretty much a switching from element of tech where it connects between the various opportunities that are available in the digital space, which could be on
Yes.
a mobile device or even any device, kiosk, billboards. Space is pretty huge.
Yes, sir.
So if we're talking about making a brand known, right? So every type of the space or inventory that you utilize,
Yes, sir.
there is accordingly the visibility and reach are different.
Yes,
Cost is also different.
Yes, sir.
So that's how technology helps to make sure that the relevant ads are shown to the most relevant people. The brand gets recognized,
Yes, sir.
product gets promoted. So technology involves all of this.
Like any example of this AdTech?
Now let's say that why you can see any of the apps as you
Like on YouTube.
on YouTube.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So the ad that comes to you is different from the ad that comes to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Why is that?
Yes.
Because there is an element of personalization involved.
Yeah.
So obviously the tech doesn't know that this is Vishwa. And
Yeah.
it knows based on certain patterns of content that has been consumed,
Yeah.
based on which there is a relevance to you.
Yes.
So if it is not relevant, ads can be annoying.
Yeah.
So that's the reason. It is important for every, let's say, the app to make sure that the ad that is displayed is relevant. There is an element of monetization as well
Yes.
for the app owners, because if you look at Play Store,
Yes.
most of the apps are free.
Yeah.
Very few people pay
Yeah.
up for
Very rare apps are
the
bought.
subscribe or
Yeah.
bought.
Yeah.
So how would you actually make money of building that app and making it available to the end user?
Yes,
This is one of the ways. So you don't want end user to get annoyed with your advertisements.
Yeah.
So make it available.
Yeah.
So they will be happy to go through the ad, and then the app owner gets
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. So like how Jio is doing this? Like, can we know that?
See, Jio predominantly, in general, it's perceived as telecom.
Yeah, telecom.
So no, that's only the way how it started.
Yeah.
But it's expanded much beyond. Obviously, the ecosystem of Reliance itself is pretty huge.
Yes.
So now, if you try to link how is the ad relevant for this, obviously we have a lot of apps.
Yeah.
We have a lot of devices off our own.
Yeah.
No, it's just that telecom is an enabler.
Okay.
It's a backbone. Just
Yeah.
like how the digital ecosystem has grown in India
Yes.
because of the telecom backbone that has been built by
Yeah.
Jio.
Yeah.
We also leverage on that.
Yeah. So like Jio starting as a telecom was the foundation for all the things which are happening. Yes, sir.
So in fact, there are multiple divisions. I'm part of Jio Platforms Limited.
Yeah. Okay.
Nowhere linked to telecom.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Jio Platforms Limited, in fact, develops a lot of digital platforms.
Jio platforms in the sense, what do you have like the Jio Cinema? And, are these the part of Jio platforms? Okay.
Just Jio Cinema, umbrella. I mean, there is
Yeah,
quite a few things.
Yeah.
End of the day, a platform, digital ecosystem, one of the major focus is given by Jio platforms.
Okay.
Jio Cinema by itself is a vertical of its own.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yes, sir. Like
it is not Reliance, Jio or Infocom, just telecom focus.
Yeah.
That is different.
this is good. Okay. Yes, sir. Understood. So we'll move on to few other questions. Where do you see the digital advertising industry heading, especially in India, with the rise of Jio platforms?
If you now see it yourself, you know what is Reliance known for? Reliance Jio known for?
The mainly telecom and
Yeah.
the
What has
broadcast
it enabled for India?
for India. The broadcasting.
Overall, your backbone, which is your 4G.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
People have actually got used to using so much of content on their mobile is because this doesn't cost them much.
Yeah.
In fact, free earlier.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So because of that usage, people are now familiar to use various digital devices and digital way of consuming content.
Yes.
So probably even people have reduced going to the movie,
Yeah. Actually.
cinema halls.
Yeah.
So good or bad, from the question point of view, I'm answering that everything will be giving a digital touch going in the future.
Yes, sir.
That's trend is already seen.
Yeah.
As an example enabled by Reliance Jio, but it will continue in every space.
The Reliance Jio has made much more access to the people,
Yes.
making it at a less cost. People are able to go with much more whatever is going on. People are able to check that. For example, if there's some content going on internet, people are able to watch that because everyone are having the internet access because of Jio, making it more accessible to everyone, and being it at very less cost, it's giving much more access to people. Yes.
See, I'm not specifically underlying only Jio here because I'm from Reliance Jio.
Yeah.
But overall, the competition has actually evolved to the extent where
Yes.
it is eventually made helpful for the end users. Content is in their fingertips.
Yeah. Yes.
So people are now more familiar, not just this generation, even your older
Yeah.
generation have got used to consuming
Yeah.
content.
Yes.
Probably newspapers are not.
Yeah.
That kind of
Nowadays,
thing.
people are going through the mobile phones or in the TV channels.
That's how I think it will continue to.
Yes.
evolve.
Like when I speak about this, I just got I just remembered my situation. Like some 3-4 months back, I used to have some other cable network at my place in my hometown, in my house particularly. And when I got to know about the Jio Jio Fiber, I have changed it to Jio Fiber, and it's costing me almost 50% less than the previous fiber. I'm getting the Wi-Fi, I'm getting the Jio channels, I'm getting OTDs, and giving by providing this, it's enabling people to use use everything at a very much lesser cost and giving much access. So this thing is like very engaging to people. So this is what I got to know. Yeah. So our next question is, based on your experience, what advice would you give to students aspiring to work in tech, especially in fields like AdTech and IoT?
If you're talking about computer science students, information,
Yes, sir.
people who are related to
Software.
software. There's nothing specific that you would want to focus on as an outgoing student of a college or just completing your graduation.
Yes, sir.
Something specific to IoT, something specific to AdTech. I don't think it's my general recommendation is not to too much worry about these domains.
Yeah.
Because generally for the people who join freshly or even first few years of the out of college, I emphasize to focus on software engineering.
Yes, sir.
So because that is the time they will get an opportunity to deep dive whatever you have actually learned 3 or 4 years of engineering or 12 years later on from MTech.
Yes, sir.
You get to apply things into life projects.
Yes, sir.
Now, how exactly that theoretical study or maybe some parts of your projects what you learned during your academics getting applied practically, you get a chance to be strong in that space.
Yes, sir.
So domain you will eventually learn anyway, catch up.
Yeah.
Domain also keeps evolving. Like how tech evolves, domain
Yeah.
also keeps
Domain also,
evolving.
yeah.
It is not something like today what you apply in IoT, you will only stay in IoT.
Yeah.
IoT also evolves,
Yeah.
and not that knowledge of IoT is
Yeah,
irrelevant.
yeah, yes.
Because while you learn IoT, you would have learned many other things,
Yeah.
which is about how to analyze, how to understand the data, how to exactly do you represent the data,
Yes, sir.
or how exactly your code efficiently gets executed instantly in IoT.
Yes, sir.
Maybe in the next project it could be AdTech, in the third project it could be a third domain.
Yeah.
So I don't think that focus should be on any of these domains. As 5 years focus on quality software engineering.
Yes, sir. There's a small, I don't know if this is a myth or not. We have a myth in the, I'm from computer science core department. Then there are other departments like AI, IoT, cybersecurity, data science, and design also. So there's a myth running here between us, that is, once if you are in core and the other departments which are completely on other domains, they'll be ahead of you, and the core people won't be getting that much enough chances like the core the other domain people. Is that no?
See, actually, obviously I don't know the background in detail in terms of why there was all of these flavors of streams that were created.
Yes.
So I don't.
Yeah.
But what I can definitely guess here is each of these domains have a vast in terms of depth as well.
Yeah.
It's very deep enough. So now, for one reason could be that the choice that you have made, because you already are very clear, this is my interest.
Yes.
Could be one reason.
Yeah.
Mostly the reason could be that somebody finds that this is the better opportunity. So there is enough opportunity in all of this that I'm sure there is a research done, but the core fundamentals stays. So even though you are not in one of these specialized streams,
Yes.
the core fundamentals is needed in every of these streams.
Yes, sir.
So I don't think it is needed at this stage. As I said, next few years into the industry,
Yes, sir.
it will continue to be on fundamentals. Probably you will have an incident in case you found a company which is giving a similar focus as what you as a student made a choice of, say, cyber security. Then you have made one level of alignment. You are more familiar of that domain.
Yes, sir.
And you will probably deep dive there faster. From opportunity point of view, I don't think there should be any much different.
Yes,
Because every company will need all of this.
Yeah.
So without an IT company, without cybersecurity paid attention to, will not work.
Yeah.
So even though they probably to start with as a startup, probably the security comes a little later.
Yes.
But once you are actually a good known brand, you can't afford any security breaches.
Yeah.
So it's just matter of time.
People
So
need
all-
all the kinds of domains.
and all of these is needed in every IT focus.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So this myth of that only this domain people are more important is not true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
See, everyone
will make a choices based on what they.
They are leaning towards.
Yes,
There
sir.
is a company which is probably only focused on generating
Yeah.
AI models.
Yes, sir.
They will probably look the relevance there.
Yeah.
But it is not that every company will only give the same weightage.
Once it is using.
We like another company may just use the ready-made Gen AI model,
Yes, sir.
but this company one may be building those models.
Yeah.
So obviously the emphasis are different.
Yeah. And also, if a company is particularly focusing on AI, it doesn't mean that it does not need the software engineer for building the other product of the.
Software engineering is fundamental.
Yeah.
It's fundamental. It is anyway needed. It's
Yeah.
just that the additional specialization is what these
Yeah.
these courses
Yeah,
will be.
Yes, sir.
It will be probably lesser effort for the company
Yeah.
because they are more familiar with the domain.
Yeah. Yes. So, guys, this whatever the myth is going on, it's just a myth. There's a company. That company needs people of every domain to go through a product, and whatever is going on is just a myth. Sir, we spoke about CVs. We spoke about resumes, and you have seen many students who come to the interviews. What common mistake do you see among the students?
Okay, let me clarify. Common mistake about what?
While doing an interview. While doing an interview.
I think what is noticed is they think that most of the academics and the project, these are the only two things
Yes.
who interview. Obviously, they will get
Yeah.
the ground one technical.
Yes, sir.
We know that you're coming out of the college. There's a shift in the way how things work in college versus in how it works in the industry. Right?
Yes.
While already there is a mark sheet that is not.
Yeah, already.
It's already clarifies how good you are in it.
Okay. Yeah.
So while we still ask technical questions, people probably do mistakes in seeing how exactly they can actually demonstrate their attitude to
Yeah.
a question given.
Yeah.
Right? Which
So attitude is one of the key
people
roles.
overlook generally.
Yeah.
So if you have answered a question, or let's say there is a programming question,
Yes.
if you found an answer, you're done. It's an assumption. No. How did you go about it? What thought process did you put behind?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you didn't find the final answer, then what did you do
Yes, sir.
to see whether you put effort towards it? All of these are the observation points that is usually
Yes, sir.
kept in mind, even by a technical interview, not just the HR.
Yeah.
So often this gets overlooked. They want to be right in
Yes.
whatever they say. They want to think, and obviously you are also here, don't bluff around. Be
Yeah.
straight if you don't know.
Yeah.
Just say no. No, for a technical guy,
Yeah.
not everything is known.
Being honest is also.
Being honest is not part of it.
Yeah.
But giving up early, saying no, I don't know, is also another element.
Yeah.
Are you putting effort to try and solve it? Is there multiple ways to think about it?
Yeah.
Is your intent to actually somehow figure it out? Is there a curiosity or even interest to clarify a question again?
Yeah.
Will you know this or can I try this way?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All of these are ignored.
Yeah.
If you don't get an answer, you give up. Or if you get an answer, you say that answer and you are done.
Yeah.
It's a common mistake that usually college students make.
Yeah.
What I've noticed.
Yes, sir.
So it's beyond that.
Yes. So basically, if we know the answer, we have to try to answer it. Even if we don't know answer, we shouldn't leave it just like that. we have to at least give a try.
Give it a try.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Sir, one more common thing which people face when they go to interview is like their English. Without proper English, can they crack the interview?
so language is not a major barrier. Of course, it helps in easy communication,
Yeah,
and we believe that you can pick up the language over a period of time.
yeah,
So you're just out of your college, obviously a lot would have been influenced based on your place of your
yeah.
upbringing, and probably the engineering college where you were,
Yes,
right? But otherwise, that is not a major element in what I believe.
yes, sir.
So you should be open to pick it up also if
Yeah.
the company needs it.
We have to
Because
try
it
to
is
learn.
relevant to most people. Language actually
Yeah,
helps
Yeah.
that way. So some places you've seen that even though not necessarily only in India, in every other countries
Yeah.
around where native
Yeah.
is not English,
Yeah.
they still carry their own native language as a official language.
yeah.
There are people who end up learning before you join.
Yes, sir.
So be open to learn.
Yes, sir.
So inside India also, there are some states probably where they are actively using their native language in office also.
Yeah,
Be open to learn. That's it.
yeah.
So what I meant to say is, language is not a showstopper for a college or university.
If you are confident enough, language is not a barrier.
It's not a barrier. You will learn even language over a period.
Yes, sir.
It helps to connect people.
Yes. So people do often fear. They have a fear that their English is not so great, or they are not able to communicate properly. So just be confident, and language is not a barrier. That's what we learned today. And before we just conclude this podcast, what would one suggestion? What would you give to the students regarding the interviews and regarding their resume or CV?
Yeah. Stay, whoever you are, stay there way you are. Have a passion. Be clear in terms of what you want to achieve with the interview.
And so this is the podcast, guys. We'll be back with another podcast so soon. Thank you, and do subscribe to the channel for more such podcasts. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.